Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David and this is a magic review. Hey, today we're gonna look at the black art project from Tsai and SansMinds Creative Labs. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. I hope you're staying safe and I hope you are staying healthy. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna keep on doing what I do. And if you're not sure what that is, every single day at Magic Orthodoxy, we are uploading magic reviews, deck reviews, giveaways all the time. So if you like magic reviews, if you like deck reviews, if you like free magic, free playing cards, who doesn't? Make sure you hit like and subscribe, hit your notifications so that you're alerted the next time a review or a giveaway goes live. All right, black art project, Tsai. What is this all about? A lot of people that follow SansMinds know that Tsai, he's kind of one of the big wigs down there. And then kind of America was introduced to Tsai on America's Got Talent. And he came out and did that crazy like black mat table coin matrix trick that just kind of like fried all of our brains. And so seeing this, right, seeing a double DVD set from Tsai come out, I think we're all thinking, whoa, this is gonna be like epic. This is gonna be huge. He's gonna expose and give away all his secrets, tell us how he did like his whole AGT routine. Yeah, let's talk about that. All right, so you buy it, you order it, what are you gonna get? This is a double DVD set, right? 2 DVDs. The first DVD is 50 minutes and the second DVD is like 36 minutes. So between the 2 DVDs, you're only talking an hour and 26 minutes-ish altogether. And then you're also gonna get black fabric samples of the different types of black material that Tsai is gonna talk about and teach you about. I think he's assuming you'll take these samples to a store so that you can compare side by side when you're purchasing more for yourself. Obviously there's enough material in between the 2 DVDs to make some of the gimmicks, but you'd have to be really picky and choosy about which ones you made because obviously you wouldn't have enough material to make everything. So he's gonna talk about black art, he's gonna talk about the good fabrics that he uses, and he's gonna talk about why he likes each particular one, especially in different settings. So he'll talk about what he likes for close-up, what he likes for stage, and he'll talk about what works best under what kind of lighting conditions. This really feels like a lecture. Tsai is staring at a camera with a brick backdrop. You know, he's well mic'd. It's filmed like a SansMinds video. There's some faint music in the background, but the majority, at least half, I would say at least half of what you're gonna watch is Tsai talking to the camera. He's sharing his information about black art and using black art. So I think, for one, it's a great introduction to black art for people who don't normally do it. And I think also it's kind of a nice peek behind the door to look at Tsai's, I wanna say theology, right? Behind how he thinks about black art outside of perhaps the traditional illusions that you and I have seen in the past. Of course, he's gonna talk about his routine from AGT, but he's not gonna expose anything. He's gonna talk about just like his process and how he went into it. And he's gonna, mention it. He'll show some footage of it. And he'll talk about how black art is being used more and more on social media and how it's, being found again to a new generation of magicians. And he's also going to talk about not limiting yourself to just black art. He's going to talk about white art or any color or any pattern as well. Let's talk about the 2 DVDs and what you're going to learn. On DVD number 1, you're going to watch almost 20 minutes of lecture with no pictures or video for the entire time until he starts getting into some of the tricks. And when the tricks are being shown, Jason is doing the tricks to music with text on screen. So it's all done through pantomime. You don't even see people's faces, and you just have to read what's on the screen. And then after each trick is done, there's a short explanation by Will Tsai again. Between the 2 discs, there are 3 major categories: clothing vertical, disguised object, and stage applications. DVD 1 will cover clothing vertical and disguised object. In clothing vertical, he'll show you the invisible pen, where a Sharpie vanishes when it's pushed through a finger ring. He'll do a small coin to large coin transposition, and he'll do a Sharpie vanish, which is similar to the invisible pen, but this time he does it with white art. And then he'll do a card to anything, where he removes a card and it turns into a mini cube. The second section of the first DVD is called Disguised Object. He'll talk a little bit at the beginning, you get an intro, and then the first trick is called Bill to Origami. An unfolded dollar bill drops to his wallet and becomes an origami shape. The second trick is called Card Restore against a phone. And this is where a corner is torn off of a card, and he waves his hand over the screen and the card is restored. On DVD 2, this is where he's going to go over stage applications. And again, there's no words on this DVD. It's just filmed to pantomime and screens on text. The first trick is called Growing Corner, where you grow a blank corner of a card, and at first it's all white, and with a wave, all the design fills in. The second trick is called Card Under Glass. A card that you're holding in your hand vanishes and appears, as if by magic, under a glass tumbler that's been sitting on the table. The third trick is called Floating Box. A tuck case floats off the table, and you're able to wave your hand underneath to show no support. The next trick is called Rolling Can Change. You roll a soda can across a table, and it transforms into a different brand, very similar to the vending machine trick they released earlier this year. Then there's a ring appearance, where you slowly appear a hoop that's held between each one of your hands. Then there's a pattern trick, where he takes a Rubik's Cube, throws it to the table, and it instantly becomes flower petals. The next trick is called Come Back to Me, where the corner of a card glides across the table as if on its own and glues itself back on to a torn card. And then the last trick is called Restoring Headphones, where you can clearly see a cut down the center of a headphone cable, and the cable slowly mends itself. And then Will's gonna come back on screen. It's gonna take you backstage in a concert arena and show you the lighting system that's in the ceiling, and he'll talk about how he uses the lighting system in his performances. And then it'll close with some final thoughts. All right, so let's ask some other questions. What about practice and skill level? Like, what's involved? Okay, so obviously, every single one of these tricks is gonna involve something different, and they're all gonna have their own angle issues, inspectability issues, and best setting, like best for close-up, best for stage, obviously. And that'll be something that you and Will Tsai will have to kind of figure out together. I will say there's a lot of pull work going on where you'll need to wear a jacket. At least that's for some of the close-up stuff. And then as far as the stage stuff, there's a lot of real work or remote work where some third-party element is making some of the magic and animation happen. I don't want you to think that you'll be able to do all those things that you see in the trailer by yourself. You may need a second person to help you, or some sort of pulley system or remote control system to make some of this work. Also, a lot of these tricks will require you to go to the store and purchase additional items. There's a lot of arts and crafts projects in this DVD set. There is a lot to cut, glue, paste, set up, make your environment absolutely perfect for your tricks. And because there's so many tricks and it's only an hour and 26 minutes long between 2 DVD sets, there really isn't a lot of time to talk about each trick specifically. So again, you're learning everything through pantomime and on-screen text. You're not getting any fleshed out routines with patter. These are only trick ideas that you will have to adapt for yourself. Positives. All right, so what are the positives? The Black Art Project is a wonderful introduction for those who want to learn Will Tsai's unique brand of magic. All right, so negatives. What are the negatives? You know, with every single one of my reviews, I'm always gonna give you the good and the not so good. The things I liked and the things I didn't like as much. For one, I didn't understand why this had to be 2 DVDs. It's only an hour and 26 minutes long. You can fit a lot onto a single DVD time-wise. So why it had to be 2 DVDs, I have no idea. It also seemed really haphazard. It looked like it was footage from some of their download videos, maybe they sell on SansMinds, and then cut together with just Will Tsai talking. I mean, when I say that it felt like a lecture, it feels like a magic lecture more than anything. Just because you're not getting any personal attention with any of the teaching, all of the teaching just feels like ideas, right? You're not learning any routines. You're certainly not learning any pattern. You're not really learning staging. These tricks certainly don't feel organic or spontaneous. They take a lot of setup on the back end and require you to do more than just what you see. And let's also talk about, is it worth your money? It's $80. It's $80 for an hour and 26 minutes of footage and a couple of pieces of black fabric. This does not feel like it's worth your money at all, because most magic lectures do not cost this much. And even though they're teaching you some tricks, it doesn't really feel like you're getting tricks. It just feels like you're getting ideas. And the fact that they're not really including anything for you to enable you to do even one trick. I mean, there's nothing in this that is enough for you to do a single trick. You would still need to go out and make sure you had a jumbo coin or a Rubik's Cube or flower petals or candy, right? You're not getting any of the materials that you need to pull off any of these tricks. So it's really, at the end of the day, it's $80 for a double DVD set that is really only an hour and 26 minutes long. Who would like this? I think fans of Will Tsai that would like to get a peek behind the curtain, fans of his AGT act that want to kind of get an idea of perhaps how he did some of these tricks. I mean, he's not going to tell you, but you'll get an idea, perhaps, as to some of the workings of it. I'm beginners to black art, right? If you don't have any experience with black art at all, I think this will make a great beginning introduction to it. All right, so that's everything I can say about the black art project from Will Tsai and SansMinds Creative Labs. Of course, I want to thank Murphy's Magic Supplies for allowing me to have this so that I could do the review for you. And if you'd like to purchase it for yourself, you can find it from one of your very favorite Murphy's Magic dealers. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.